Hey guys, I decided to make a separate video of us doing the close reading of the chapter for A Famous Ship. So we're going to go ahead and you'll just need to have out your War of 1812 reader and have it open to chapter 4, A Famous Ship. And if you don't have it, I'm going to have it pulled up on the screen, so it's not a big deal. Okay, the ship on the right is the USS Constitution. It was one of the ships that battled in the War of 1812. The letters USS stands for United States Ship. And I know a lot of this hopefully is familiar from our CKLA unit. So hopefully this is familiar and you're just kind of refreshing your memory and building on to what we already knew. So let's take a look at that ship. Pretty cool. This is, I want you to think about, look at some things that you notice. I noticed that there's a big American flag, and we have some other little flags. Lots of little cords. Okay, let's get into it. The USS Constitution was named for a very important document, the Constitution of the United States. The Constitution lays out the laws of the land. It states what people serving in each branch of the U.S. government can do. It says what the President, the Congress, and the Supreme Court can do, and also what they cannot do. James Madison, who we've learned about, and remember Dolly Madison and James Madison, had helped write the Constitution. He had also played a key role in getting states to accept it. The people of the United States were proud of the Constitution, so they named one of their fighting ships the USS Constitution. Let's take a look at this picture. This is a painting of the Constitutional Convention where the U.S. Constitution was signed. During the War of 1812, the U.S. Constitution had a string of battles on the high seas. In one battle, the USS Constitution attacked a British ship. It was a hard fight. The sailors on both sides fired cannons. And remember what we talked about, what a cannon was? If you can put that picture in your brain. The guns blazed and smoked. The two ships drifted closer. Once they even bumped into each other. Cannonballs from the USS Constitution smashed into the side of the British ship. They made big holes in it. They ripped off a sail. They knocked down the ship's mast. The British ship fired back, but its cannonballs did less damage to the U.S. ship. In fact, some of them bounced off the thick walls of the American ship. When the American sailors saw this, they cheered. "Hooray!" one of them shouted. "Her sides are made of iron." In fact, however, the sides of the ship were not made of iron, but very thick planks of wood. The wooden sides of the USS Constitution were much thicker than most ships. And here's a picture of the USS Constitution. The USS Constitution won the battle. The British ship was so smashed up that it could not be fixed. The British had to sink it. When people were told about the battle, they became excited. They yelled and shouted. They waved flags and had parties. They treated the sailors on the USS Constitution as heroes. They also gave the ship a nickname. They called it Old Ironsides. We should remember this from our CKLA. Remember when we talked about the ship being called Old Ironsides? Because its wooden sides seemed as strong as an iron. Old Iron kept on fighting. It battled more than 20 times and never lost a battle. The USS Constitution is still floating today. You can visit Old Ironsides in Boston Harbor. It's pretty cool. So, I think it's safe to say that we had a pretty cool ship. I hope you guys enjoyed this reading.